It is great to see runners from all around the globe always turn out for the Boston Marathon, including many from here in the capital region. Our Julia Dunn has been at the marathon in Boston all day long and joining us now live from the city. I know you spoke, Julia, with some folks from here in the capital region who are kind of in celebration mode at this hour now.
Yes, those gentlemen I spoke with and also thousands of other people in the city of Boston. Dory, Greg, we're here live a couple of blocks away from where the big celebrations are going on. That's in the Public Gardens, Boston Common, Newbury Street, Boylston Street, which now that the race has ramped down, those streets are opening back up and people are just piling into the bars and the restaurants. It's such a beautiful day. Everybody's outside. Really couldn't have asked for a better day for the marathon to be held. We were able to meet up with some people from the capital region, though, and this includes one local doctor. His name is Dr. Dan Larson. This is his 44th time running the Boston Marathon, 39 times in a row up to this race. And he was actually here last year, and he was telling us his story right here on CBS 6 last week about how he heard about the bombings. He was at a bar, came outside, kind of worked crowd control because he knows this area. Runners unfamiliar with the area, he was directing them to their hotels, to transportation to get them all home. Well, we met up with him, totally different tone this time at the exact same bar. He's celebrating with his old alumni from Scotia High School, and here's what he had to say. Dr. Dan Larson kicks off his post-marathon party with a beer. An annual tradition with his friends from Scotia High School.
I'm probably going to have to buy the beers because I think I'm the slowest of the bunch.
Even so, Larson is definitely no slouch.
I'm 62. This is my 45th Boston start, my 44th Boston finish.
He says he's sore but happy. Also, his time guarantees him a spot in the marathon next year. Running today, he says the crowd support with all their signs really touched him.
Thousands of Boston ones. There were some for that Martin Richard, the 8-year-old who was killed, and that was, that gets you.
And the memories of last year were definitely forefront in people's minds, but the attitude of both spectators and runners wasn't of sadness, but resilience and moving forward.
I think you just keep doing it like you do it, and I don't think we should make too big a deal of it. I think we should just say this is what we do. We're going to have fun. Boston's going to have fun.
And Boston definitely is having fun tonight. It had fun today. And as I said, all the celebrations are going on right now, and they're going to be going into the night. And just a quick footnote, those signs that were everywhere along the route today, I mean, they really were touching, especially my photographer and I walked around the site where the finish line is and where those bombings took place last year. A lot of people out there with just very moving signs and just a lot of determination on their faces. Dory, Greg?
Well, Julia, you mentioned in the piece the atmosphere, like you said, of the runners, the spectators, everyone there, the resiliency that sort of echoed in the air. I mean, we can feel it here all these miles away, the unity. I mean, tell us more about the atmosphere. I mean, was there any overwhelming sadness at all? I mean, it seems like it's just pure joy.
No, I mean, from what I could tell, it really was, as you said, a lot of pure joy. It didn't seem like a lot of people were dwelling too much on the sadness and the tragedy of what happened last year. However, that is in the forefront of everybody's minds. But it seemed like everyone was out having a great time. I saw a ton of families, a lot of little kids, their parents bringing them out. Everybody had the Boston Strong shirts on, and it was just really great to see people moving forward and coming out and enjoying this day, because it's such a huge day for the city of Boston every single year. And it's nice to see that, it wasn't too tarnished by what happened last year.
Absolutely right about that. Julia Dunn reporting live in Boston tonight. Thank you very much for that, Julia. Greg?